Hey YouTube, Rando here. So we're going to do a test today on a couple of different fire starters that I have. Of course, we're going to do what everybody loves to do. We're going to do the Vaseline cotton balls. This is a tube with alcohol and cotton in it that I made. So a few are homemade and a few are one's nature made. This is some fatwood. I'm just using a smaller piece, a Wetfire, and a coghlans fire stick. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a spark to each one. First off, we're not going to fluff them. We're going to use them the way they are, including the Vaseline cotton ball. We're not going to fluff it out or anything. We're just going to clip a piece off, throw it on the can, and see, one, if it takes a spark, and two, how long it burns. So if it don't take a spark, we'll put a lighter to it on the next test. If it does, I have a stopwatch and see what it does. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, a couple of these I know aren't going to light unless you have a good rod, and I'm just using cheap Harbor Freight tool. You know, a lot of people have them, and I'm trying to do this through the viewfinder, so it's kind of hard. I'm going to do it 3 times. We'll do it 5. Okay, so the fatwood didn't start. 5 tries. Coghlans fire stick. That looked nice, didn't it? I'm going to get the stopwatch ready because there's a possibility that this might light. There we go. We'll go ahead and start the stopwatch on this one. See how long it burns for. So we'll be back. Alright, so it's still burning, and we're at 2 minutes 35 seconds. Looks like it's fixing to go out. It looks like the cotton's actually burning out. Looks like all the alcohol should be just, looks like it may still have some alcohol off in it. That's how big of the piece we're going to be using. So it's a little bit bigger than that with the Vaseline. Well, not really, because that stuff was compressed. This stuff's less compressed. And this is going to be the cotton and Vaseline. Okay. 4 minutes 5 seconds on that one, and believe it or not, it's still burning, but we're going to call it 4 minutes 5 seconds because it's almost out. So we're going to come back when we're set up with the next one. Okay, so now excuse me, we have the cotton ball Vaseline ready to go. Find my stuff. We're going to give it 5 sparks. Lit on the 4th time, start the clock, and we'll come back once it's just about out. Okay, so we're at 3 minutes 48, and I am doing this inside. I do have an exhaust fan in my little shop area, so it looks like it's pretty much out. 4 minutes 24 seconds. So we'll get set up, we'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to do the Wetfire now. And we're not going to, like I said, we're not doing anything to it. We're just setting it up there, seeing what happens. Try to make it take a spark. Alright, I feel like I cheated with the first 2, so I'm going to give it one real good one. Wetfire did not take a spark. We got the Wetfire going. We'll come back when it's just about out, show you where we're at. Alright, so I will say this, it may have not took a spark, but the Wetfire has definitely burned the longest so far, and it has burned the hottest. I got the biggest flame out of it. The cotton ball and Vaseline was the second biggest flame. And of course I haven't burned the other ones yet. It's 5 minutes 46 and we're still running. And there's still something, well, it's starting to go out, so we're going to go ahead and call it. 6 minutes 11 seconds. We'll get set up, we'll be right back. Okay, so I tried to make these just about the same size. We're going to go with the coghlans first. Again, I'm not fluffing it up or anything. And this thing will light up in a minute. It burns kind of like a piece of wood does. It's just compressed wood's all it is, and cardboard, stuff like that. So once this burns down a little bit, we'll come back. But by far the Wetfire burned the longest and the hottest so far. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys that it does flame up pretty good. It looks like a small piece of wood. And I'm going to have to add 15 seconds to this. It's 2 minutes 20 seconds right now because I forgot to press the stopwatch. And it probably took me about 10-15 seconds to realize it, so hopefully we won't do that next time. But I'm going to go ahead and add 15 seconds to this one, and it'll be close enough within 5 seconds. So I'm actually trying to burn underneath it now. And it's out enough anyway. So 7 minutes 6 seconds. And thank God I have an exhaust fan on. We'll be back. Alright, so now we're going for the fat wood. Oh, stay lit. So we'll come back and show you what we have in a minute. Damn it. Okay, you seen, it wasn't that long before I realized I didn't start the stopwatch, so and actually I forgot to add 15 seconds to that last burn time, so we'll call it an even 7 minutes 20 seconds. Stopped at 6 seconds, so we gave it an extra 14 seconds, so we're fair enough anyway. So we'll come back and show you what we have. Alright, so I just wanted to show you that this one's burning really well. It actually took off pretty quick too. It's 2 minutes 35 seconds, but it took off really well. About a minute and a half it started, you know, raising up. I just forgot to do the update. So we'll be back as soon as it starts burning down a little bit. We're at 448, still burning. It looks like it's fixing to stop. As soon as that side flame goes out, we're going to call it, even if the end is right there. So 5 minutes 7 seconds on the fat wood. So we'll come back with the conclusion. Alright, so I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm going to give you all the results, and then maybe you guys can tell me in the comments what you think is going to be your best bet there. Coghlans fire stick had the longest burn at 7 minutes 20 seconds. Wetfire came in second at 6 minutes 27 seconds. Fatwood third and 5 minutes and 7 seconds. Cotton and Vaseline 4 minutes and 24 seconds. This is burn times, in case I wasn't obvious with that. Cotton and alcohol burned for 4 minutes 5 seconds. The cotton and alcohol, I think it was about 2 or 3 strikes. It took strikes the fastest, the sparks. Cotton and Vaseline took 4 strikes. I do remember what that one was. So cotton and alcohol was the easiest to get lit, and then coghlans, Wetfire, and fatwood didn't light. Of course, like I said, I didn't, fluff them out like you're supposed to or anything like that. We're just throwing them on there and seeing what happened. But number one that I would go for would probably be cotton and Vaseline. I'm going to go with cotton and Vaseline just because I know it will take a spark and it's easier to store than cotton and alcohol. And that's over any of them. I would do that just because I'm not going to go buy Wetfire. Wetfire is, 75 cents a piece, $1 a piece, whatever, 50 cents. Even if they're only 50 cents, I don't care. I can make a lot more cotton and Vaseline for a couple dollars a lot more than what I can buy for a couple dollars of Wetfire. So it's you know, to each his own. It's whatever you decide. But I would like to know y'all's input. If y'all would throw it down in the comments below, that'd be great. I appreciate you watching. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.